Okay, so let's take a look at another way that we can apply paper texture. This time I'm going to go to the new layer icon on the layers panel and add a new layer. And what we want to do here is fill that layer with 50% gray. In RGB mode, it's going to be 128 all the way down. And here I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and anywhere in the middle is usually good. And you'll want to fill that layer, so you have a couple of options. You can choose Control F or Command F, which will bring up the fill panel, and you can select current color. You also have the paint bucket, which is located on the toolbox, or you can use the Edit Command Fill or Command F, Control F, again for the shortcut. Now we want to make sure that we select our paper first before we go to the next step. So we're going to come over again to our papers panel, and this time we'll pick something called Madness, and we'll select that paper texture. We're going to come up to our Effects menu once again and choose Effects, Surface Control, and Apply a Surface Texture. And again, here you have a preview that you can see the texture that's going to be applied. Now, because we're working on a layer this time, we have a lot more flexibility with the appearance of depth, or the amount of depth that we're going to be showing, or the amount of texture that's going to appear on that layer. So for this case, I'll go ahead and bring it up to quite a high setting. I'll continue to keep that shine setting down, and then I'll select OK. And you can see now that that paper texture has been applied to the layer. Well, how do you get that paper texture to show? Well, the thing you want to do next here is go up to your composite methods, and we're going to change the method. There's a couple of options that you can play with. We're going to choose for this one multiply, and you'll notice that the texture is over the image, and now you can actually because it's transparent and set to multiply, you can actually see the image below. But in order for that texture to look a little more realistic, we're going to use the opacity slider and bring that opacity slider to somewhere between probably 10 and 15% or so. And let me zoom in here so you can see the texture. And you can actually see that texture, and what's really neat is the fact that it is on a layer. So it's what we call non-destructive in the sense that we can actually work with the opacity, we can work with blend modes, and really make some changes to it until it's working perfectly for the particular image. The other option we have is to use the overlay blend mode, and this is probably my favorite blend mode. It's the one that I use most often, and again, because it is on a layer, you have the opportunity to work with the opacity slider if you feel the texture has gotten too strong. But usually the overlay blend mode will give you a very nice effect. A layer mask can be applied to remove texture from any particular area that you don't want texture to appear, or you can simply pick up the eraser and just go over those areas and paint out those areas of texture where you don't want texture to appear.